Some may say the video stores are dead, but that's not true because there's a place in Portland, Oregon that is very much alive. It's called Movie Madness, and it is the best video store I've ever seen, past and present included. The funny thing is, we stumbled upon it by accident. Me, Justin, and Kieran were in town as guests for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, and we just happened to wander into Movie Madness. The second we walked in that door, my jaw dropped. Not only was it packed wall to wall with films spanning every genre imaginable, but it also had props and memorabilia. There's so much to see here, it even has a map. A video store with a map? That I've never seen. The owner, Michael Clark, happened to be there at the time, who's a longtime collector with plenty of knowledge of film history. You can tell he loves this stuff. The impression I got was that this is not just a business for him or a job, this is his pride and joy. Not only does he have a place in his heart for the golden classics, but also the cult films. What I really love is how there's stuff like this, and then there's a prop from Citizen Kane.
Yeah, right around the corner.
Yeah, I love The Haunted Pussy. That's amazing. That's a great title.
You look all around and you see this stuff and just wonder, how did so many of these movies get made? There exist more titles in the store than any streaming service. Just think how many movies existed on VHS tapes and DVDs, and how few of them have actually been added to Netflix, Amazon, and Hulu. If you take those three streaming services and combine all the movies from them, you would have only about 1/3 of what's in this store.
I think this straight up has almost everything that's ever been released, if you can think of it. Yeah. I've never seen a place where it's like everything's here.
I really love how these movies are organized. You have categories like silent films, Saturday morning cartoons, classic sci-fi, horror, Hammer films, Universal monsters. You have some labeled by director like Clive Barker, John Carpenter, Wes Craven. But then you have these insanely specific genres like fantasy, leviathans and behemoths, dysfunctional families, Turkish action cinema.
Yeah. I love the whole section on cannibals.
Oh yeah, we got a great cannibal section.
And you can't forget killer kids and ferocious fetuses.
How about survival research laboratories?
Yeah.
Wow.
Psychotronic documentary. Yeah.
But my favorite's gotta be demons, devils, and their worshippers.
Yeah. You have the demons, devils, and the worshippers, but then you also have a Satanism section down here.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
Yeah, so I guess that's it.
These must be tough to organize.
Mike showed us the back room where he had a theater installed, so you can even watch movies here. He gave everybody in the store a tour of his collection and even took one of them out of the glass case, Faye Dunaway's dress from Bonnie and Clyde. Every piece of memorabilia he owns has an amazing story to go with it. He told us all about how he got them, what it was like meeting the stars, behind the scenes trivia, and all kinds of stories about the film industry. Some of the props are replicas, but many are the real things you see in the movies, like a building miniature from Blade Runner and Ghostbusters, a trick knife from Psycho, a chair from Casablanca, Orson Welles' jacket from Touch of Evil, Frank Morgan's pants from Wizard of Oz, an animation cell from Pink Floyd's The Wall, the ear from Blue Velvet, a xenomorph head from Aliens, a dog statue from Citizen Kane, a head that had a hole blown through it in Pulp Fiction, a skeleton from Wishmaster, and not to mention tons of cool models of monsters and slasher villains.
Oh, I love this movie.
We saw many customers come in and rent movies, and one of them got into a conversation with him about the movie he was renting, and that's when I realized this is what the video stores were truly meant to be all along. A place not just to rent movies, but to hang out and talk about them. That's something you'll never get on any streaming service. While it may seem like the digital revolution has taken over, the video store still lives in rare havens like this. If you're a film buff and are in the Portland area, I say it's absolutely required you check out Movie Madness.